Prisons are home to some of the most dangerous individuals the world has ever known. From cold-blooded killers to criminal masterminds, these inmates remain a terrifying presence even behind bars. Today, we explore the list of the top 10 most dangerous prisoners in the world, individuals who continue to instill fear even in captivity. Top 1 at the top of our list is Charles Manson, the infamous cult leader who orchestrated a series of brutal murders in the late 1960s. Manson didn't personally kill anyone, but his influence and control over his followers led to the deaths of many innocent people, including actress Sharon Tate, with a swastika carved into his forehead, wild eyes, and a chilling smile. Manson became the embodiment of evil and madness. Even after decades of imprisonment, his legacy as one of the most dangerous prisoners remains intact. Top to Ted Bundy is the epitome of contradiction, with his charming appearance and intelligence masking a brutal serial killer. Bundy used his charm to lure young women, whom he then viciously murdered. He often returned to the crime scenes to commit necrophilic acts with the corpses. Bundy confessed to killing at least 30 women, though the real number is likely much higher. He famously escaped from custody twice, killing more victims before finally being recaptured and executed in the electric chair. His cunning and ruthless nature make him one of the most dangerous prisoners in history. Top 3. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman is the most notorious drug lord in the world and the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful drug trafficking organizations globally. He is responsible for thousands of deaths and the destruction caused by the drug trade. El Chapo is infamous for his daring prison escapes, including one through a nearly mile-long tunnel dug from his prison cell to freedom. Even in maximum security prisons, El Chapo's influence and ability to manipulate his cartel make him one of the most dangerous prisoners alive. Top 4. Michael Swango was an American doctor and serial killer born on October 21, 1954. He is suspected of killing around 60 people, though he was only convicted in a few cases. His medical career was marked by disciplinary actions and investigations due to suspicious patient deaths. In 1997, he was arrested for defrauding the government and, in 2000, pleaded guilty to killing 3 patients, receiving a life sentence without parole. His case highlights issues of oversight in the medical field. Top 5. Albert Fish, also known as the Brooklyn Vampire or the Gray Man, is one of the most horrific and depraved serial killers in American history. Fish confessed to the murder and cannibalization of several children, most notably 10-year-old Grace Budd, whose parents he taunted with a detailed letter describing his heinous acts. Fish was not only a killer, but also a masochist who derived pleasure from self-inflicted pain. He was sentenced to death by electrocution, but his crimes remain some of the darkest chapters in criminal history. Top 6. Richard Ramirez, better known as the Night Stalker, terrorized Southern California during the mid-1980s. Ramirez attacked his victims randomly, using a variety of brutal methods, including shooting, stabbing, and bludgeoning. He also engaged in satanic rituals during his crimes, making him one of the most feared and notorious serial killers. Even after his capture, Ramirez displayed a complete lack of remorse, embodying a level of evil that shocked the nation. Top 7. Pedro Lopez, known as the Monster of the Andes, is one of the most prolific serial killers in world history. Lopez confessed to the murder of over 300 young girls in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru during the 1970s. He would lure girls from impoverished backgrounds with promises of help, only to murder and bury them in mass graves. Lopez was arrested in 1980, but the terrifying reality is that after serving a short prison sentence in Ecuador, he was released, and his current whereabouts remain unknown, making him one of the most dangerous individuals ever. Top 8. David Berkowitz, also known as Son of Sam, terrorized New York City in the late 1970s. He targeted couples sitting in cars or walking on the street, shooting them with a .44 revolver without any apparent motive. Berkowitz later claimed that he was acting on the orders of a demonic entity that had possessed his neighbor's dog. He was captured after leaving a series of taunting letters for the police and media, becoming a name synonymous with terror. Top 9. Anders Behring Breivik is the perpetrator of the deadliest terrorist attack in Norway's history, killing 77 people in a bomb explosion and mass shooting in 2011. Breivik meticulously planned his attacks to maximize the loss of life and used the trial as a platform to spread his extremist views. His lack of remorse and continued espousal of his beliefs make him one of the most dangerous and notorious prisoners in the world today. Top 10. Dennis Rader, known as the BTK killer, bind, torture, kill, was responsible for the murders of 10 people over 3 decades in Kansas. Rader would break into his victims' homes, torture them, and then kill them, often taking souvenirs as reminders of his crimes. He sent taunting letters to the police, detailing his crimes and daring them to catch him. Rader's cold, calculating nature and the length of time he was able to evade capture make him one of the most cunning and dangerous criminals ever imprisoned. These are just a few of the most dangerous prisoners who have ever lived. Their stories are a terrifying reminder of the darkness that can exist within humanity. As we continue to delve into the past, we must remain vigilant to ensure that such evil is contained and that justice is served.